Could winter get much worse?
Oh.
Hey everyone, we are Mike and Shelley. We're camping with the Confers here. If this is your first time here, we want to welcome you guys to our channel. If it's not your first time, we want to welcome you back. Come see us again. And if you haven't done so, please go down and hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button. It would really help us out. We would appreciate that.
Today we're going to talk to you about 10 tips to combat the winter blues. We winterize about December and we don't get our camper back out until March. So if you're anything like us, those few months in between, we can get a little sad, a little down, and we've just come up with a few things that have kind of helped us get over the hump. Do you suffer from these winter blues too? If so, comment below and let us know. Do you have any tips that would help us get through the winter blues too? If so, put those in the comments below.
So let's get started right now. Number 10.
Just a simple thing that we like to do is to have a fire, whether it's in the fireplace, inside, or outside. I like to cozy up at the fireplace with my favorite camping blanket, which I actually have with me here too. Maybe light some candles and just kind of have a relaxed setting. And if we're not indoors, we like to go outdoors where we've set up our pop-up tent. We've put our propane fireplace.
A little couch.
And our little, outdoor sofa. And just kind of enjoy some outdoor time with a fire too.
And number 9. So number 9, we like to read in the wintertime. It gives us a chance to break up the monotony of just sitting stuck at the house. So we have a collection of books that we've read, things that we like to do, kind of plan for the future. So we have several different books. We have Camp for Free, pretty good book. Talks about dispersed camping areas and places that America's public lands, the BLM land, stuff like that.
And kind of the rules that go along with camping in dispersed places.
Where Should We Camp Next? Solid book. Stephanie and Jeremy, you guys have probably heard of them. They read a pretty decent book.
Yeah, we've stayed at campgrounds that they've suggested in that book, and they've been great recommendations.
Yeah. And then their second book?
Yes.
Yeah, this is their second book, also from Jeremy and Stephanie. See You at the Campground, also a good read. RV Hacks is a good one. 100 Parks and 5,000 Ideas of Things to Do Around the Country, another solid one. And the 4th edition, Idiot's Guide to RVing, which I don't care if you're a newbie out there or if you've been doing it for 20 years, there's stuff in here that you've probably not heard of or have not thought of.
Yep.
That will help you out.
There's also been some books that have just been like about national parks or, stories about things that have happened in national parks and things. We just didn't have copies of those here. But, if you do a little search on Amazon for books about camping, they'll give you some other suggestions too.
Number 8.
Camping movies. We really enjoy camping movies when it's camping season and not camping season. But some of our favorites are RV with Robin Williams.
Of course,
hilarious
classic.
If you haven't seen that one. The Great Outdoors with John Candy, and my very, very, very favorite is The Long, Long Trailer. If you have not seen this movie, you have got to see this movie. It's with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, and I relate to Lucy, I hate to say it, but in so many ways, and Mike could even attest to that. Yes. I'm just going to say one thing, it's the rocks. I understand Lucy's obsession with the rocks. Super fun movie.
So before we get to number 7, you guys, we appreciate you guys coming and checking out our content. We really appreciate it. Please go down in those comments. Leave us some comments about what you guys do to fight the blues. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and feel free to share any of our videos with your friends. If there's people that are into this kind of stuff too that share it out there, have them come on over. We would love to get to know everybody.
Yeah, we really want to hear about what your ideas are to combat the winter blues because we struggle sometimes and we'd like to hear anything new that you might have to add.
Absolutely. So back at it. Number 7, get outside. Like today, we're out here at Blended Woods Metro Park. We love to come to our metro parks, get some winter hikes in, go to the state parks and get some winter hikes in. Just try to keep yourself moving. It makes it a lot easier on the knees when it comes springtime if you haven't sat around and gotten lazy all winter. Number 6.
Take some driving tours of campgrounds. We've done that frequently. We've driven like up to 2 hours away on a Sunday just to kind of scout out a campground, see where we could fit, see what sites that we'd want to have as a first pick. So that's a really common thing for us to do too, and it helps in planning for the rest of the year.
And it helps out too, learning the roads and watching where those weird sharp corners are, because a lot of times, I don't know what GPS system you guys use, but we use RV Trip Wizard a lot, plus just our regular GPSs, and they'll take you to some pretty wonky places if you don't watch it. So if you go out and scout these places out and look for the campsites and the campgrounds, then you'll kind of know what's coming. Number 5. So our number 5 thing that we like to do in the wintertime, our camper's winterized. We can't get out there in the camper like we like to. So we'll go to a state ground that has a lodge and rent a room for the night or stay in one of the camper cabins that they have set up in the campgrounds.
Yep.
It's a little warmer. You don't have to worry about your pipes freezing, stuff like that, by pulling your camper out of storage or de-winterizing it, trying to do a weekend trip or something. So.
Yeah, and they're really reasonably priced. If you go with the state park route, they're really reasonably priced.
We've stayed at a couple different state parks at the lodges and at some of the camper cabins. I do strongly recommend Hocking Hills State Park. Has a brand new lodge. They just rebuilt it, last year?
Yes.
Very nice place. Not sure on the prices on that, but we'll put a link down below in the comments with the reservation link for the lodge. Number 4.
Attend an RV show. If you caught our video last week, that's what we were doing. We were attending an RV show, and even if we're not going to go buy anything, it's just fun to look around. It's fun to talk to other campers. We meet up with old friends, new friends, and it just kind of gives us something to look forward to. And
you can check out all the new options and stuff that the new campers have.
Yeah, and if you missed our video last week, we'll put a link below to that so you can see what it was like to attend an RV show.
Check it out. Number 3. So number 3, we just like to meet up with our friends, our camping friends and our non-camping friends. If it's something as simple as just going out for supper, meeting at a restaurant, have a couple of drinks, get a good meal, maybe even catch a movie. And we accidentally ran into some friends of ours at the movie theater, not knowing that they were going, and got to hang out with them. So. Yeah,
or play board games, cards, anything, just, getting together with other people. It's just good for the mind, good for the soul.
Number 2.
Planning season. I don't call it off season. I don't call it winter season. I call it planning season. This is when I get out my calendar. Well, hello, birds. Okay, this is when I get out my calendar, I connect with friends to make plans for future trips. We've been going through this state park pass where we've been trying to go to all the state parks in Ohio, so I'll get that out. Which parks have we not been to? I have a calendar, I have this whole notebook here that I use. I will literally schedule out probably 75% of our camping trips I will have scheduled out during this season. If where you camp is like where we camp, a lot of these places you have to book out 6 months in advance if you want to get good sites. Some of these places, to get any site, you're booking out 6 months.
Any site you've got to get on there early.
So, and it's just it's kind of fun and exciting to just get the season planned. I'll research the area, what things I want, must see things to do in the areas that I'll jot down, and like Mike even said about routes and things, we'll get that kind of thing figured out too. So that is one of my favorite things to do. Speaking of planning season, coming up soon, I'm going to be doing a video on what I use to plan, the tools that I use, the process that I go through, just all the things that I do to plan. I like to know that I have a place to go to, that it's sites that I want to be at. So I'm a planner. It stresses me out to not have a plan. So I'll share with you what I go through.
I think a plan is just a list of stuff that goes wrong, but she's the planner.
No, because you know what? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I'm not a failure. Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to number 1. The one thing, I wouldn't call it the most important thing, but the thing that really pushes us over the hump to get us through the planning season, or to get us out of this crappy cold weather that we get stuck in here in Ohio, is... That was the worst drum roll ever.
That's bad too. Okay, go on.
Anyway,
Number one.
the number one thing that we like to do, and it just happens to fall around our anniversary, but mid to late February, we like to go on a vacation somewhere warm. We do have one planned for the last week of February this year, which we'll bring you guys along with us on that and show you some highlights of the stuff that we're doing. It'll be somewhere warm. There'll probably be some white sand and some clear blue water. So thank you guys for sticking around with us. We really appreciate you guys coming along with our adventures. Make sure you hit that subscribe button over here. Give us a thumbs up.
And be sure to let us know what things you do to get through the winter season.
Yeah, leave those down in the comments. Interact with each other in the comments. You know, there's so much information out there. There's tons for all of us to learn. And the best way to do it is to learn from each other as a community. So
Looks like we're smoking.
anyway. So
He can't take me anywhere.
keep the comments coming. We appreciate them. Like and subscribe, and
Keep your adventures going.
got to keep your adventures going. Get out there and enjoy nature.
Bye, guys.
See you later.